How you doing, guys? So today we're going to get started on how to get into this business. Eventually, the goal is to become a resident manager. But guess what? You don't start there. You don't get hired as a resident manager at the beginning. You start as a summer relief employee. And right now, if you're watching this video, right now we are in the end of May. Perfect time to start today to apply for resident or a summer relief candidate. You just start by walking in with your resume in your hand, ask for the resident manager, ask if they're hiring summer relief. Everyone is, pretty much. You want to target the Manhattan condos. Manhattan, not Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx. The money is in Manhattan. One thing that I didn't touch base on when at my last video, I spoke about what kind of money is made as a resident manager, and a couple key things I left out. I mentioned that you make anywhere from $150,000 to $200,000 a year, especially when you add in the value of having free rent, a free parking garage, free cable, utilities, all that is paid, phone bill. Something I forgot to add in there are your annual bonuses at Christmas time, is anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000. Plus you get envelopes from all the residents, holiday envelopes. So that's another $8,000 to $10,000. That all adds up and is nice. It pays for your Christmas, that's for sure. So you want to target those Manhattan buildings. You walk in. I mean, I just hired 3 guys. Everyone is looking for good staff. So once you get hired, you're there for a 6-month period. That's the block, because you're temporary. And once you go past 6 months, then we have to bounce you into the union status. So they're going to let you go unless there's an open spot, and then they're going to keep you. And that's what you want. If you don't get hired after the 6 months as a full-time employee in that building, every one of these buildings are managed by a management company that has hundreds of buildings. We're First Service Residential, we have hundreds of buildings. So everyone's looking for someone good, and we'll get you a building. And just make sure it's a Manhattan building. So once you get hired as a summer relief, don't just learn your job, learn everyone's job. You want to do concierge work, porter work, doorman work. Hang out with the handyman if you can. Learn as much as you can and be available all the time. Be well groomed, please. Look the part, and that's your 6-month goal. That's your learning phase. Once you get hired in, after that, then you start taking classes at the union. This is a catalog of classes. This is an old one, as you can see. You can get these classes. They have a website also, 32BJ. You'll go through. At the very front, they have a career track courses, different ones. You can go engineering. You can go. You can be just a handyman if you want, but that's not what this video is about. You're going to learn handyman stuff as a resident manager. It's a requirement. It's part of the track for, let's see here, where's that? You can be a refrigeration engineer. These are your superintendent courses. All this is on the website. I'm not going to go through all this. But your goal is to get these. You're going to get a lot of certifications along the way. But the big ones are these ones right here. The multifamily building operator professional. That's solid. Multifamily building analysis professional. That's solid. refrigeration engineer operator. So you can operate chillers. Making a lot of money with that. All those buildings that you see with the fancy little medallions at the front that are LEED silver, bronze, gold. That's certification. Those are credentials you want on your resume when you start interviewing for resident manager positions. And your resident manager that you work for will help you with that. So that's your goal. You get in to the union, you take your courses, and then from there, you start applying for the jobs. Stick with me, follow me, and I will continue to show you step by step. I'll give you day in the life of a resident manager, all the smaller details of what this is. All right? So keep following. Have a good day.